You open up the chart, you form your bias, and based on that bias you start looking for triggers. You're waiting for accumulation or distribution to happen, then for a trigger to form before you execute trades. Sometimes you might be finding certain triggers that you think are high probability triggers, but they fail. And they fail because they lack an extra layer of confluence, which I call an SMT divergence, which is turning a medium probability trigger and a medium probability trade into a high probability trigger and a high probability trade. In this video, I will explain what a SMT divergence is, how to identify the divergence on a chart, but more importantly, how to use the divergence for your own trading, and also I will show you guys a real-time trading example. So in order to know and also identify an SMT divergence on a chart, you always want to have one chart at the top and one chart at the bottom. In this case, I'm comparing the Bitcoin chart, as you guys can see, to the Ethereum chart, as you guys can see. Always make sure that both charts are on the same time frame. In this case, I'm using the 1 hourly time frame. You want to use correlated assets. So for example, Bitcoin and ETH, EU and DXY are actually inversely correlated, but those can also be used for SMT divergences, just like NQ and ES and gold and silver. In this case, to explain to you guys, I will be using Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, an SMT divergence is basically, let me first explain the theory to you guys. When, for example, Bitcoin's price forms a lower low in price, and at the exact same time, the Ethereum price forms a higher low in price. Right now, you can see a divergence in price. As you guys can see, lower low and a higher low. And this is what we call an SMT divergence, smart money technique divergence, to indicate potential accumulation in this case. If I would invert the chart, it works the exact same way, but just the other way around. So right here, Bitcoin forms a higher high in price and Ethereum forms a lower high in price. Now, a big misconception that a lot of people tend to make is that they think, Bitcoin per se needs to form a lower low, and Ethereum per se needs to form a high low. That's not the case. The other way around, it works the exact same. If Bitcoin, let's say, right, would form a higher low instead of a lower low, and Ethereum would form a lower low instead of a higher low, this is still an SMT divergence as well. And this is how an SMT divergence works. Now, if we now go to the live Bitcoin and Ethereum chart and we try to identify a live SMT divergence from the past to just make my point and show to you guys how powerful this is, we can see right over here at the top where Bitcoin was also, tapping into a lot of buy-side liquidity, because context always matters. We can see that Bitcoin was forming a higher high last week. At the exact same time, we can see that Ethereum was forming a lower high, as you guys can see on the 1 hourly time frame. And this higher high on Bitcoin and this lower high on Ethereum was indicating potential distribution of orders and thus a potential bearish reversal, which we can also see at the end of the day played out to a T. So now you know exactly what a SMT divergence is, and also you know how to identify it on the chart. But the majority of people are now wondering, okay, but how can I integrate this SMT divergence into my trading to make more profits? And that's exactly what I will be explaining to you guys right now on the whiteboard. So now you know what an SMT divergence is, but how do we apply this to the chart? And I apply an SMT divergence to turn a medium probability trigger into a high probability trigger. What a trigger usually looks like to me is, let's say we have a high time frame liquidity pool right there. Price taps into the liquidity pool twice, we push up and we break this significant high. Usually if I then have a bullish bias, so let's say, we have a drawn liquidity right there, this is where I execute longs, this is where I have my invalidation and I target higher levels. Sometimes there might be the case where I do not get a clean trigger like this. Actually, this happens quite often. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, let's say this is my this is the liquidity, right? I have my target right there, so I have a bullish bias and price starts pulling into that liquidity pool. Instead of getting the previous trigger like this that I just explained, sometimes it might be the case where, we push down like this and then you have a trigger like this. The difference here is that this time we are not waiting for this high to get broken. Because if we would have to wait for that high to get broken, the RR towards our target with our invalidation right here would be too low for us to execute trades. So in that case, what I sometimes, or actually, like I said, quite often tend to do, is that I wait for this internal high to get broken. This is what I call a significant bullish market structure break instead of a high probability bullish market structure break, which occurs right there. But in order for the break of this internal high to be relevant enough for me to execute longs, right, here with my invalidation here, then targeting higher levels, I need a SMT divergence as an extra layer of confluence to turn this internal break into a high probability long trigger. So then in that case, if I want that SMT right here, at the top chart, I need a structure right there that, for example, does something like this. Right? So where this chart forms a higher low, this chart forms a lower low. So I have my SMT, for example, between, ETH and BTC. And then this SMT acts as an extra layer of confluence to turn this internal break of the high into a valid trigger for me to then execute longs here with my invalidation here, targeting higher levels. That's how I use the SMT as an extra layer of confluence to turn medium probability trades into high probability trades. So now I've also explained to you guys how you can integrate that SMT divergence into your trading to extend your profits and to higher win rate. But many of you are now also wondering if this actually works in a real-time live market. What does a real-time example actually looks like? I found one on the chart, which is an A+ example of how I use and integrate SMT divergence into my trading to higher my win rate and also to maximize my profits. So let's throw away the whiteboard and let's dive into a real-time chart example. Moving on to a real-time example, we can see that for Bitcoin, I use the replay mode. And for Ethereum, we are seeing the current chart without the replay mode. Now, what we can see is that Bitcoin is mitigating a lot of buy-side liquidity right here. It's mitigating it once, it's mitigating it twice. While Bitcoin is forming a higher high in price right here, we can see that at the exact same time, Ethereum is forming a lower high. So we have an SMT divergence. Now, how could we use this SMT divergence in this case to get to a high probability setup and use that SMT divergence as an extra layer of confluence? Usually, I would say that we would have to break this external low right there in order to get to a short on Bitcoin in this case, if it aligns with the bearish bias. But because of this SMT divergence, we do not have to wait for the break of this low. What we can do instead is that we can wait for the break of this internal low because we have that SMT as an extra layer of confluence. So now in that case, we can just wait for the break of this internal low instead of waiting for the break of that external low. In this case, I know the difference isn't too big, but I took this short last week live myself. So I want to use this as a live real-time example because I can show you guys the proof. And usually, sometimes the difference between this low and this low might be much bigger, right? And then it's even more powerful. So right now we can see it pushes below, and then we could have executed shorts, stop above the high, instead of waiting for the break of this low right there. And then we could target much lower levels. And this once again proves how powerful an SMT divergence can be, because eventually it hit our target. And right here, as you guys can see, I took this trade live last week. As always, I share my setups live with my students over here in the community of my one-on-one students. So, I've taught you guys what an SMT divergence is, how to identify it on the chart, how to integrate a SMT divergence into your trading, and also I've given you guys a real-time example. I hope this video explained everything to you guys. If you guys do think of any questions after watching this video, feel free to let me know in the comments and I would love to help you guys. For those that have watched up until this point of the video, you probably belong to the 0.1% of people. I also do mentor people one-on-one for those who are interested. Fill out the application form in the description down below. I can't promise that you'll qualify as a good fit, but we'll see and we can have a chat. Thank you guys for tuning in and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Ciao, ciao.